Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here, your host of Light at the End of the Funnel podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we're going to talk about how to build a smart website that will actually convert. So I get asked this question a lot. It's a burning question when people are considering their websites and their funnels and their products. They ask, do I really need a website? And the short answer is yes. Yes, you need a website of sorts because you need to have those details so that your ideal clients know exactly what you're about, right? There's also a lot of other reasons. There's organic marketing. So we got our SEO built out, and that can really move things along as you're building your business and you're scaling. Now, here's the thing. I like to play in the gray a little bit here. It's because I'm a middle child. I think that's why. But does it mean that you need to have a 5-page, fully branded website starting out before you've even sold the program? No. No, it doesn't. Especially if you're getting going or if you're launching a new business or even another leg in your business and you want to have a website for that leg in your business, right? Or that vertical. People will call it a vertical, they'll call it another leg in the business. So no, you don't need that fully branded website for that. What you really need first and foremost is proof of concept. So I'm going to abbreviate this as POC. So proof of concept. So here, if you are a product developer in software, for example, the POC looks a little bit different. So it looks like demonstrating the need, discovering the right solution, creating a prototype, and then testing that prototype, gather and analyze and document that feedback from the prototype, and then present that POC. So present that proof of concept of that product, and then get approval to move forward into manufacturing it, right? And then going out and marketing it. So that's what it looks like for POC. When it comes to a product or a service or something like that, it's more of a physical. So when we're in the online space and what we're providing is not product based, a physical product based, but it's more of a program or a service. And sometimes people, this isn't necessarily for your digital products, guys. Your digital products, I have a different methodology, but this is more for your programs and for your service. So people who provide a service and people who provide programs. A lot of consultants, a lot of coaches will provide programs. So when you're doing that, it's a little bit different. There's some differentiators. So the first thing is that discover your ideal client's need by asking the right questions and not necessarily doing an interview style market research. You can actually do it much more tactfully and so that people they don't feel like they're put on the spotlight. So what I found with interviews and the way that I've seen it taught is that people will reach out to ideal clients and say, "Hey, I'm doing some market research. I'd love if you could answer this question or if you want to jump on a phone call." So some people will, some people won't. The other thing is that people are becoming more and more cynical. They're beginning to be more and more inundated. So it makes sense on why they may not be up to doing market research. And with the right questions in the right platform, you can actually get a lot of these questions answered without people even knowing that you're doing market research. So it can be more honest, it can be more authentic. You'll find out more that way. There's a lot of different ways to do it. We have a whole methodology around this for a later time. But the next thing after you've discovered the need is to test the solutions that you have and add them as you discover top of mind needs. So you really need to stay focused on solutions that you provide, your talents, what you know really well, what you're an expert in, those solutions in helping them, supporting them, what you'll get hired to do by your ideal clients for their top of mind pain points, right? So what is your place in that? And how are you going to present that? So you really need to test those solutions that you have, not go and create solutions and learn new things. I mean, that's there's a lot of pieces when you're learning new things, but we really want it to be solutions that are what you already provide using your innate skills and your expertise. So the next thing is you want to create a beta and a pilot program to test with customers and get lots and lots of feedback, right? So a beta program and a pilot program is really great if it's new. Maybe you've done a little bit of the research, asked really good questions, you have a solution, and you know that it works. Then it's time to do a beta program or a pilot program. So once you've done that and you get a few people into that, or maybe several people into that, then you want to gather and analyze feedback and possibly create a level 2 if need be. So what I've noticed is that we will solve a problem, and a lot of times we will create a new one, or they'll just realize that, oh, this is actually my problem. I didn't even see that coming. That's okay. We have a next level for you. So this is while we really want to work with the top of mind because that's the information and that's the feedback that we get, and that's how you bring in people that like, this is really what I really need help with this. You will discover what it is that they also really need and that you probably knew that they need, but they didn't know they need. So a level 2 will help them uncover, not just, well, it'll give them what they want and it'll also give them what they need. So that's how we do a level 2, why we do a level 2, and how we make it a huge win for these guys. You may need to do that as you're gathering and analyzing your feedback. You may need to create that and gather more feedback that way. So after you've gotten that and you've decided on that, then it's time to market and sell that program. So once you've gotten the testimonials, you've gotten the feedback, you've gotten the analysis, you have proof of concept. And you can get more by asking for testimonials. I always ask for testimonials from those beta participants, and then you can go market and sell that program. So after a successful beta program, this is usually when I'll recommend to my clients who are online entrepreneurs to consider creating a full-blown website because now they have the top of mind, so top of mind challenges and pain points. They have a larger knowledge base of their ideal clients, especially when they have done the analyzing and gathering of feedback. They'll have a better knowledge base of their ideal clients and what it looks like to be their ideal client. They'll also have testimonials. They'll have a program or a service that has been proven, and they'll start having systems. So they'll start having the systems in their business. So then it makes sense to integrate that. So that is the next thing. So a website like this, like a really a great full-blown website, it needs content. And content is challenging to come up with, and market research and analysis can be very time consuming and expensive. So this is why I like this POC approach. And then when we get that, then we create the website content from there. Now you'll notice that I said website content. I said website content. Content comes first, then the framework of the website, then the design and the aesthetics. That's how we do it. We reverse engineer. Usually people will do framework, design, branding, photos, all of that thing. And I'm like, you need to do the content first. And you want to do it when everything's still fresh. So when you're still thinking, you're still in that program, you can even start doing it when you're in the program with people in your beta program. That's when you want to do it. It's still fresh. You want to create that content. Then you start bringing in the framework of the website and the other pieces. So do you need something ahead of time as you market your new programs? A lot of people will say, I feel like I still need a website. And so this is what I say. I'm like, if you are very much I need all my ducks in a row because it's going to cause me too much anxiety to launch something if I don't feel like I have everything I need, then this isn't for you. Like, and I'll be real with you guys is that if it's if it's a mind thing, if it's a mindset, like I really need to have this and it's causing you anxiety not to, then this is not for you. You need to be able to soothe your anxiety before you go out and launch something. It needs to feel not like you're gonna die. That's so. And yes, it's a mindset thing. I'm not a mindset coach. If you're in that and you really want to do this methodology, but you feel that, then I highly recommend going and getting a mindset coach so you can dig into what that deeper need is because there's a deeper need there. So I will talk about it a little bit, but I know there's some fantastic mindset coaches that can help you through this glass ceiling um, part that you're in. So not for you, not right now. And if you need your ducks in a row and you're very anxious, that's not the space I want you guys to be in. or that I would recommend you be in when you're launching a new program. So for those of you that are like, I can do this and I want to do this and I like the idea of proof of concept first, here's your alternative to not having a full-blown website. You can have a one pager. Before you get the pager, you do want to go ahead and grab the domain name. If you're still not sure what your brand is going to be called, the easiest alternative is to get a domain that is your name or close to your name, right? Even if you have a very common name, you can always put in your middle name. Maybe you put in your maiden name and then your last name. If you're a female, a married female, or some kind of version of that. But go ahead and find that and use that for your initial domain name. You can always change it and have that point to a one pager template website. So there's a lot of, you don't have to do all of this on Word document. You can actually use platforms like Kartra is my favorite. And I did drop you guys a link if you wanted to get a 14-day trial for $1. That one's my favorite. Lead Pages is good. Entreport's good. ClickFunnels is good. There's a whole bunch of other ones too. Infusionsoft, Kajabi. It's really not my favorite. So I hate recommending it, but I know a lot of people use it in the coaching industry. So those are some alternatives, and I highly recommend Kartra. You guys can go ahead and try that 14-day trial. And also, we're giving you guys templates for one pagers that we use. So that will be available on my website. You guys can go over to Light the Funnel and get the show notes, and then check out the new store with just the one pager template, because that's all we've created so far. So that's an idea too, guys. So if you want to do that, you can. So we point your domain name to that one pager, and then your one pager can say website coming soon. And then it can have an application button. It can have a discovery call button. It can have a link to a webinar or a lead magnet, anything like that. So it very much can act as a website, but it doesn't need to be a full-blown branded website. So you have that, you have your domain name. Now, the next thing you really want to do, you want to build out those social media platforms, especially if you're using social media as part of your marketing and even advertising. So right now, if you have your social media platforms built out, they're acting as a stand-in for your website. So you could have both. If they're on a social media platform and that's how they are experiencing you and learning about you, chances are they're going to stay there. So have those platforms really developed. I know LinkedIn, especially, just based on my client feedback, LinkedIn especially has been used as a stand-in for a website, even if it's not on purpose, because people can find a lot of information just the way that the profiles are set up. So that's something that you really want to build out. You don't have to build out all the social media platforms. You can stick with just a couple, but also know how people are coming in and experiencing you. So there you have it. You have it. It's very simple. You get a domain name, you point it to a one pager. You can use Kartra, Lead Pages, Entrepreneur, all those other ones for a one page template. And then that's what you have. And then build out those social media platforms and have that domain URL pointing to the one pager somewhere on that. So then they can understand. And you can even say full website coming soon. Until then, look down here. So however you want to do that, make it sound like you, and that's how you have it. So now keep in mind that the above is all temporary, and you do want to create that branded website once you have the proof of concept. So that will facilitate the customer journey beautifully. And there you have it. That's how you build a smart website that will actually convert. You have all these different opportunities. And I tell you what, this will save you time. So if I can save you guys time, I know that's one of my most precious assets is time. And it's time is one thing that I cannot get back. I'm a mom, so I know how precious it is. And I know that we all have only so much energy. And I don't want you guys to have to spend that energy spinning your wheels. You guys can learn from my mistakes. And so this is why I like to create this awesome quality content. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys share it around. Please share it around. Please subscribe. And then until next time, guys, make it a great one. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for listening to Light at the End of the Funnel. And help a marketer out. We always can use some love. Share, like, and subscribe. That is the best thing that you can do for any podcast. So if you like what we're giving you guys at Light at the End of the Funnel, please go ahead and share that out and don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.